Coke Zero, now more delicious. It already has Santa Claus on there, and it's not even Thanksgiving. Matter of fact, I got these before Halloween. That's just ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Guys, I'm getting attacked today. I'm getting attacked from all sides. I'm gonna put a YouTube short up here in just a little bit over on RidgeLife to show you what I'm getting attacked by, but they are all over. I was out here working on this solar carport footer. Yeah, that's harder than it looks. I was just talking to Gary and David. Gary from Simple Life Claim, David from Country, Come On Homesteading. I was like, guys, this is a lot harder when I'm not watching Jen work or my contractors. I'm telling you, doing this stuff by yourself, it takes a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, especially when you want to go out deer hunting. I've been out deer hunting, what, 3 times this weekend, and I've seen deer every single time. A shebang bang. I got some funny stories to tell you about that. That's going to be over on RidgeLife probably. You have to watch it over there on RidgeLife. So maybe I'll do a ramblings about it. But today it's about being attacked. So I've been working out here all day on this solar carport footer, and I've learned a lot. You know, got one right here, ready to pour some concrete in it. Everything's done with that one. The rest of them, I'm gonna get the concrete poured in this one first because I gotta make sure I got all my mistakes taken care of. Again, I watched the contractors dig the footer and pour the foundation footer and do the foundation blocks and concrete and all that. And boy, those contractors sure made it look easy. I just did that, and that's not easy. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. That is not easy. But Tim, what are you being attacked by? Okay. Definitely not clickbait, I promise you. I'm sitting out here working, going in and out of the shed and the canopy over there in the power shed. And guys, all of a sudden, a swarm, I'm telling you, a swarm of Asian beetles, those little things that look like ladybugs that stink. I mean, there are hundreds, if not thousands, all around the shed and the canopy over there. They're just everywhere, like going up my nose and in my ears, and you don't want a bug in your ear, I'll tell you right now. You heard the term, there's a bug, get a bug in my ear? No, you don't want that. Believe me, I know from watching someone with first-hand experience a bug in their ear and had to have it surgically removed, and you don't want that. You definitely don't want that. Excuse me. I'm done with this for the day. I can't do any more. The sun's going to go down, and I want to get back out in the deer woods. I do. I was out there yesterday, and I got the fever. Ooh, I got the fever. Yeah. When you see them deer get like 15 yards from you, it's a rush. It is a rush. I have not taken one yet this season. We have 1 week left of muzzle loading season here in West Tennessee. I only went bow hunting, goodness, what, 1-2 times bow hunting? And I've gone muzzle loading hunting, what, 3-4 times? Maybe 5 times, 4 or 5 times. Just started seeing deer because I believe the rut, at least the pre-rut, has started here in West Tennessee. That's when the does go in estrus. I mean, they're ready to reproduce, and the bucks get in rut, meaning they are up in the daytime looking for the girls. Where you at, girl? Where you at, girl? And they chase them day and night. Now it's just starting. The bucks are just starting to chase the does. The does are just going into estrus. They probably won't go into estrus until next week, but the bucks are starting to smell the scent and start to get. I saw rubs. I've seen scrapes for a week or 2 now, but now the rubs are starting on the trees, so that's pretty cool. Typically, the week before Thanksgiving is like top notch, and then 28 days later, those the does that did not get impregnated the first estrus will go into estrus again and to get impregnated. So you really got Thanksgiving and Christmas. Both those times, thank you, Lord, for making it that way when people are off work and you can go out there and start harvesting the deer. Some are like going, Tim, I don't think God chose your deer season. Well, that's just the way it is, okay? I'm just saying. And I like some deer in my belly. I'll tell you that right now. My chest is tight. So I've got video I'm working on this. I'm not going to get this out until I get to concrete poured, so I'm a little bit behind on RidgeLife. I've got hunting videos I'm working on. I've got, you know, each day I've gone out and seen deer, I've videoed deer. I don't want to put that out probably until I harvest a deer, or at least to the end of muzzleloading season. I'll give you a muzzleloading video because there's some pretty interesting footage on it. Of course, there's still bikes, blues, and barbecue. I know, Tim, you're never going to get that done. I do have the YouTube short I'm putting out today of the Asian beetles. Now, hopefully the video, I don't think the video, because when I zoomed out, you really couldn't see all the Asian beetles on the shed. But when I zoomed in, you see them crawling and everything. Oh my goodness, I just make your skin crawl. Because if you go in the canopy right now, there are hundreds, handfuls of Asian beetles all along the top inside of the canopy. They're on the outside of the canopy too. Everything is really starting to turn out great here on the ridge. The grass is coming in. No, you really can't tell behind me over there because that's kind of sparse still. Grass is all coming in there. Grass is all coming in there. It's still a little bit muddy. I was fighting the mud over here. Whoa, Asian beetle. Did you see it? They fly, by the way. In case they fly. I don't want them in my nose and my ears or my mouth. Any hole or orifice, they can stay out. Okay, please do. But yeah, it's still muddy. You can see just the tips of the dirt piles here are dry. Everything else is just mud. I had to bail out the hole twice to get the water out. I said, I ain't waiting no more. I ain't waiting for things to dry up. I'm just going to get it done. So I was bailing the water out and everything. But and that's the one that always keeps the water too, the one I wanted to start with first. The other one seemed to be pretty dry. So got to go back to work tomorrow. I know this work thing is hindering things, and but I appreciate you watching Ramblings and you know, the other things I'm putting out just to get us through until I can get the RidgeLife videos out. I promise more videos are coming. It's just hard to do whenever you know, you're working at a steel mill, working all those hours. And I still have to have a life, right? Visiting my kids, you know, going deer hunting. All work and no play makes Timmy a sad boy. But another thing I'm gonna do as soon as it dries up, besides getting all these concrete footers put in, is get my old blue and get all the dirt around the foundation. I gotta build up that foundation so the water don't go towards the foundation, get all that smoothed out so the grass can start to come in, and get the forms off the concrete patio. I know you wanna see that stone with the dirt around it on the concrete patio. And so that's turned out real good. Once I get the concrete footers poured, the next step is to have Trip come back in here and fill all this area around me with gravel. I'm gonna get about 4 or 5 inches of gravel. You see the forms, those are 6-inch forms, and I'm gonna have the gravel up just below the forms. So the concrete is elevated 6 inches, and of course I have 4 or 5 inches of gravel around it. And get all the gravel poured all the way, the carport all the way up to the driveway, put a little bit more in the driveway, and get it around two sides of the power shed. That way it gets all that dirt off the bottom. I know y'all keep complaining, Tim, your White House is getting dirty. Well, that's what happens when you got mud below it. But once I get the gravel, I can get a pressure wash up here, cleaning all that dirt off, and it will look good, I promise you. You know, Tim, if Tim's gonna do something on the ridge, it's gonna look good, it's gonna be neat, it's gonna be tidy. I'll make a list. The list will be checked twice. I might not measure twice, cut once, but I make a list once very well, don't I? Excuse me, I'm sorry I'm coughing so much. We are planning Thanksgiving. It looks like, you know, Thanksgiving is on Thursday. It looks like we're gonna try to do a Ridge Thanksgiving on Saturday. Hopefully have Jen, maybe her daughter Lauren can come down. The kids can come down. Maybe Uncle Sonny, he's invited. Ellen. We may have a big old crew. And of course, you know, the kids, I have to go to all the other in-laws and all that stuff, you know, and they have their get-togethers. So we're trying to plan on Saturday. I don't know when you guys are doing this. So probably just me and Grandma Carol Thursday. I am taking off the end of the week to get these done, and also I'm off all Thanksgiving week. So you should finally start to get some videos coming out, and I'm gonna be doing a lot more hunting too, you know. If the weather stays like it is today, look at this, I'm in short sleeves. If the weather stays like it is today, I may get on a motorcycle. Actually, the new Harleys don't sound like that, do they? Even with my new exhaust on there, it's more, you know, it's not the potato. The old, like David's old one, you know, his old Harley sounds like potato. But yeah, everything's. If I could turn the camera around and show you right now, the tree mountain is collapsing on itself. It really is starting to fall in. I do have a guy who wants to come and take some of the wood out of there for kindling, and he sells firewood. And of course, most of it's pine or sweet gum, and you don't want to put pine or sweet gum into your fireplace or wood stove. The creosote and everything is just bad. But the hardwoods are fine, and there are a few hardwoods in there, some cherry and a couple other. He wants to get that out and for kindling also. You know, kindlings. So he might come and take some of the trees. Otherwise, I'm gonna start topping some of them and start burning. I'm thinking about as soon as I get my backhoe. Supposed to get my backhoe in 2 months, he said, from the time I ordered it. Well, it's been over a month, right, since I ordered the backhoe. As soon as I get the backhoe, I'll be able to come out here and dig a big old hole, start topping some of these trees, putting the stumps down in the hole, and start burning some of the tops and stuff. So, you know, I said I was going to get this tree mountain done by somebody else. The way it's I mean, it's huge. It's going to take years to get it all done. But, you know, if I'm in a position where it's rained and I can't work up here, then I can start maybe doing some of that. Of course, when the big thing, once I get the solar carport over here, is getting in the power shed. Starting to wire the power shed up. I do have to get my electrical permit applied for, but I already got all that pre-done. You know, Tim's made his list, checked it twice. So it's all coming together, just coming together slowly. Oh my goodness, when it's just way slow. I mean, it's like hurry up and wait. Hurry up, wait. Because like I got the land cleared, the driveway, the foundation, the blocking, the septic tank, the shed came. And then, woo, the brakes just got put on, right? Went back to work, and you know, so, but that's just part of it. And you know, hurry up and wait is just part of the game. So I'll get some videos out to you, and I try not to rush the videos. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I try to make them. You know, I haven't really been doing too much B-roll and cinematography, but I do try to make the video itself enjoyable to watch, you know, not just setting the GoPro down and working in front of it for 2 hours, which has its place, but I like to move the camera and zoom in while I do things, and I've learned to not talk as much. Tim, that would never happen. Well, ramblings, of course, I'm allowed to. This is where I get to be me, right? Ramble. But in RidgeLife videos, I'm learning to talk less and do more, right? And not try to put a lot of music. If what I'm doing has sound, I won't put music to it. But sometimes, like when I was doing this, you probably didn't want to hear me cussing. Tim, don't cuss, you know that. If you could count on the hands how many times I've said a profane word in the last year, like even when I stubbed my toe or hurt my knee, I mean I got it on trail camera. Right? It had audio. I didn't even cuss. You know, I blew my knee out whenever, you know, in front of that trail camera. Jen said, Jen said, are you okay? She laughed at me. That was kind of, I don't know, I probably should have cussed at that, but no. I just try not to cuss. But I tell you, it's not always been that way. Tim's not always been a Boy Scout. You know, actually, I always was a Boy Scout, but I wasn't always a church deacon. I wasn't always, you know, I was a Navy sailor. I cussed like a sailor. I smoked cigarettes and drank beer with the best of them. And I still have a little adult beverage on time to time. It's not always just a Coke Zero. Now more delicious, even in the Christmas can. But so don't think that, you know, Tim's this goody, always perfect, you know, because I make mistakes. I've been divorced twice, right? I mean, obviously you make some mistakes, right? You know, I've had issues with my kids and work, and just life is life. Life may be like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get, but you get what you put into the box. And sometimes I haven't always put quality into the box. I got, instead of the Werther's Original, I got the Walmart Great Value Special sometimes, or the second hand. Did I ever tell you my second hand food story? All right, I'm gonna leave you today with this story. I was on a business trip in Japan. That's right, Japan, the country, right? Overseas. I was on a business trip in Japan, and we all sat down at a restaurant at a table, and I said, just order for me. I'll be back. I got to go make a phone call. I had to call home. It's an ordeal when you're in another country like that. So I stepped out. They ordered food and drinks and everything. I came back, and they're eating appetizers. Awesome. They're eating edamame. Anybody know what edamame is? They're like Japanese soybeans. They're in pods. You pop the pods out. They're slightly salted, steamed, and you eat the beans inside the pod. It's just like Japanese soybeans. That's what I say. Anyway, so I get they have these bowls of these edamame, Japanese soybeans, on the table. I sit down. Well, there's a bowl right in front of me. About all the bowls are about half full because I was gone for about 45 minutes. I come back, and I say, hey, and I had a little adult beverage, some Japanese beer. Yeah, what's going on, guys? I start grabbing an edamame, sticking it in my mouth, going, guys, these edamame aren't good. They're slimy, and I ain't had a single bean in any of them. Ugh, I'm on my third or fourth one, and the salt's gone off of them. They're slimy, and there's nothing inside of them. My buddies looked at me, and the Japanese guys we were with were like, my buddies looked at me and said, Tim, that's our discard bowl. I'm like, what? That's our discard bowl. We've been eating out of these bowls, putting the holes that we've been sticking in our mouth, sucking the salt and the beans out of, and sticking them in the bowl that you've been eating out of. Oh, I had a heart attack. Oh. I was eating out of their mouths. The slime was from their spit. Oh, it's so terrible. Oh my gosh, true story. I promise you, I would not admit something like that if it wasn't true. Oh my gosh. So basically, I was kissing on like six people, 3 from America and 3 from Japan, dudes. It was terrible. I was putting the Japanese beer in my mouth. Oh my gosh. Whew. You just never know what kind of story you're going to get here on the Ramblings, do you? Started off talking about being attacked by Japanese beetle. I tied it all in together, didn't I? Did you see what I did there? I did not plan that. I was talking about my concrete footer forms, the Japanese beetle attacking me, and then I finished with a story in Japan. My brain works that way. I don't know if you ever noticed that. My brain works that way. I can't beat that, guys. I gotta let you go. So until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling. Oh, and go Ridge Life. Whew.